Hello students, from today we will start the new topic in class 11 physics, unit 2 kinematics. Student, in this chapter we understood about the straight line motion, motion in a plane, and some special kind of motion like parabolic motion or circular motion. First we understood about the mechanics. What is mechanics? So mechanics is a branch of physics in which we deal with the object in motion with respect to time. Okay, the mechanics is categorized in three parts, uh, like static, kinematic and dynamics. Static, in which we study the object is at rest. Second, the kinematic, in which we study the object in motion without taking the amount of the cause that produces it. And third, the dynamics, in which we study the motion of an object and taking the account of the cause of the motion. Now we start. The first topic is motion in a straight line. So uh, before we understood or learn about the motion in a straight line, we just know about some relative terms, like first is rest. Okay, an object is said to be at rest when it does not changes its position with passes the time with respect to its surrounding. An object is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with passes the time with respect to surrounding. Okay, so for example, a book lying on the table or a person sitting on the chair. Okay, a book uh, on the table. Okay, or a person sitting on the chair, or you can also say the walls of the classroom. Second term is motion. Okay, so an object is said to be in motion if it changes its position with passes the time the time with respect to surrounding. Okay, that means, for example, motion of earth around the sun and a bird flying in the space. A bird flying in the sky. Okay. Next, we have learned here two things. So, also observe here a relation between the two, rest and motion are relative terms. Relative terms. To understood about this statement, we need to take the two frame of reference or the two situations. In first, we understood the object is at rest with respect to the first reference point, and for the second reference point, at the same time we find that the object is in motion. For example, when we are understood about that a person or we all are on the surface of earth, so we all are at rest due to the surrounding of earth, but surrounding of earth inside. Okay, while we all are in motion at the same time with respect to the other planets of the solar system. So the two situations in which first we are taking the reference point, the surrounding of the person inside the earth, and for the other reference point, the earth and its solar system. So it means that an object is at rest with respect to one frame of reference of reference with respect to time. And for observing the same object, from the other reference from the other frame of reference the object is in motion. Okay, so at the same time we explain the situation. The object is at rest for one reference and the object is in motion for the other reference point. For the another example, uh, let's a person is sitting in the moving train, then the person is at rest with the fellow passengers while the person is in motion with respect to the surrounding of the train outside. Okay, next, here we have used a term reference frame. Okay, so what is the frame of reference? So basically, to determine the position of object, like is it in motion or at rest, we need to uh, consider a frame of reference or a point of origin with respect to the position, the motion, or the states of the different situation of an object can be categorized or described. This particular system which is used for reference is known as the uh, rectangular coordinate system. Okay, a rectangular coordinate system like that. Suppose we have this rectangle and we observe it as the reference point. So this is this is one side of the rectangle, this is another, and this is the diagonal. When we retrace the diagonal, then we get the other side. It is observed that all the three axes which is taken in the coordinate system, one is set x-axis, another is called, which is a vertical line, is y-axis, and this is called the z-axis. Okay, so a rectangular coordinate system has three axes, x, y, and z axis. By using these three axes, the situations or the states of the every object can be described or specified by using this. So the used frame is called frame of reference, and the three axes, y axis, z axis, and x axis, let's say x, y, and z, where meets to each other, this point is called point of origin. Okay, and this point of origin is taken as the observing point, which means an observer is observed the situation or the position of rest or motion of an object on the behalf of this point of origin. Okay, by taking a clock watch in his hand. Okay, for that, suppose the observer at O observe the three situations which passes the time, the x axis here, y axis here, and let's say the z coordinate is this. So for this situation, here is the 1 minute, by using this is z dash axis. So the coordinate of this point can be given by x, y, and z, and this is the position of the object at the point of from the point of origin with any instant of time t. Always remember, the initial time is taken as always 0. That means t is equal to 0, and this is the position of the object after the time passes as small t. Okay, so we can say that here the time t is equal to 0, and here the time t is equal to capital T. Okay, so this is about the frame of reference and the simple introduction of the straight line or kinematics. Okay, next we understood about the types of motion and their determination. So students, basically the motion is categorized in three types. First is rectilinear, motion. Okay, it is also called as translatory motion. Just I will explain you. When the motion is said to be rectilinear or straight line or linear motion, or another is translatory or straight line motion. Next we have second, first, and here is third, circular motion. Or rotatory motion. Okay, and next we have third, oscillatory, or vibratory. Okay, which means basically the motion is categorized in three types, and every type of motion has two types. First motion is linear, it is rectilinear or translatory. Another motion is circular motion, which is circular motion and rotatory motion. And next one is oscillatory, so oscillatory motion and vibratory motion. Okay, now just understood two things. First is a particle, or we say a point object. Okay, and another we say a system of particles. Two things are there. A point object or a particle is a single point only. Okay, and a system of particle, which means the arrangement of particle. So if a point is moving across a straight line, then its motion is called rectilinear motion, while a system is moving along a straight path, so its motion is called translatory motion. The second kind of motion is circular motion. If a point object or a particle is moving around a circle, its motion is called circular motion. For example, a small uh, stone is bound with a thread and it will be revolving around a fixed point where it is picked. Okay. Second is rotatory motion. When the arrangement of particle is revolving around a circular path, its motion is called rotatory motion. For example, the fan. There are the in the same thing, when the fan in which there is a motor, okay, वो घूम रही है तो उसको बोलेंगे सर्कुलर मोशन है. बट व्हेन द ब्लेड्स ऑफ द फैन इज attached with the help of a screw and now the switched on, then the blades also rotate with the motor of the fan, then the motion is called rotatory motion. Second is oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion is one in which the bob of a pendulum is doing to and fro motion about its mean position. Okay. And the vibratory motion is one in which the string which is bind perfectly and then it pluck at middle, then you will observe it is a very fast oscillation. When the oscillation is too fast, then it is termed as vibratory motion. So this is about the types of motion.